for the touchdown!
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
All right, some play-in game action coming up here from the Portsmouth Abbey. You got Barrington, number 8 seed right now, hosting Smithfield, slated at 9. Barrington with a huge win on the road against Mount St. Charles on Friday night. 5-4 overtime to set up themselves up for a home play-in game matchup. This should be a good one between two good teams. In their first matchup, they played a really great game. 4-3, a Smithfield victory on the road here at the Abbey. Trying to do it once again to send themselves up with a date with the Bishop Hendrick and Hawks. Winner will have a first-round matchup with the defending champs. This is Tim Duffy on the call here from Portsmouth Abbey. It's going to be a good one between two good teams. Very evenly matched games between them in the past. And tonight, everything on the line as we're going to start in about 2 minutes. Barrington and Smithfield coming up very soon here on Fans Only Sports Network.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the Barrington and Smithfield about to begin. Some starting laps coming up here on Fans Only Sports Network. Smithfield wearing the colored black jerseys. They wore the same ones here last time they came to the Abbey to play the Eagles. Smithfield trying to get their second victory here this season at Barrington. Not shying away yet. They've been streaky lately. They've been a streaky team all year. A team that beat LaSalle earlier in the year. Trying to get a must-have tonight. Smithfield starting lineup starting first. All right, high intensity here today from the Abbey. And there's 15 minutes on the clock. This game brought to you, not possible without our great sponsors, Precision Home Lending at ddphl.com, by the LaPointe Insurance Agency serving New England at LaPointeINS.com, by Michael C. Lima, attorney at law, Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, great lawyers, even better guys. Him up if you need any help. The law by Remax, the All Group. Call them at 401-636-1140 for any home questions, buying or selling your home. By RR Elite Recruits, access to over 60,000 coaches across 3,000 schools. Be seen by signing up today if you are a high school athlete looking to be seen at the next level. So Barrington and Smithfield, these two teams, second meeting this month. We had them on February 3rd. It was a 4-3 Smithfield victory in that game on a Saturday night. Here we go, we're underway as Smithfield getting it first off the face-off. It was taken by Barrington initially, and now Eric Hall gets it back for the Eagles. This is a Barrington team that was oh so close, 25 seconds away on Friday night from having to go to Mount tonight. Would have been the 10th seed had Henry Kelsey not tapped in that overtime game winner. It would have been EG and Smithfield instead on the other play-in game. But we have all four play-in games here tonight on Fans Only Sports Network across Division I and Division II. This one arguably the best of the bunch, as this one pinballs off the wall. And flipping up ahead into the zone was Dominic Pacha for Smithfield, but it's going to go the other way and might be the first icing of the game. No, it's going to hit off player's stick and takes it back for Smithfield. It's Mercurio, that one off his stick. And instead, Drake Almeida going to get it back. It's Wood, who had a great game with 2 assists on Friday night. It's over to Chase Watts, the money man on this team, the all-star yesterday. Gets the first shot on net of the game. That one's saved by Bradley. Here's Hayes trying to get it inside to Kelsey. Couldn't do it. Kelsey, second chance for Watts, and he couldn't punch it in. And Almeida trying to get that one off the ice. Unable to do so. Gets it back to Wood. Arguably the best 5 that Barrington's got on the ice right now. Have to get these guys to have a big game tonight as fight for it in the corner. Billy Hawkins in the mix. Here's a shot from Almeida. Saved. Still alive. Second chance for Hayes. He couldn't punch it in. Stays alive with Barrington. Wood. He wants it. Hits hard off of Hawkins and sent away for the icing call wisely by Smithfield. A minute 56 into this one. The game's first stoppage of clock. As Barrington really possessing into the zone the entirety of the first couple of minutes. And first time in the Barrington zone that we've seen, or the, yes, Barrington zone that we've seen is face off. Barrington controlling it off the bat. This team's feeling good after a crucial overtime victory the other night. Smithfield coming in cold, losing 5-1 to Cumberland at home on Friday as well. See themselves fall the 9th seed. As it's McConaughey. I got it inside. There's a good chance. Second effort, but it's saved by Dominic Bruzy. Getting the start tonight for the Eagles in that. Bruzy 3-4 on the year, 87% save percentage. As Cam Siwick, who was the primary starter in net for Barrington all year, playoff matchup. as that one got deflected. And pinball's back over to Cody Van Gordon. Notice that one back in the zone, but Almeida's there first for the Eagles. Other way now, it is a good chance. Not before an offsides is called against Trevor Snow, another All-Star on this team. We had 4 of these gentlemen on the ice tonight playing in the All-Star game yesterday. 2 victory for, as they say. Trevor Snow, Chase Watts, the 2 All-Stars. The only team, Barrington, that didn't send a senior to the All-Star game yesterday. For Smithfield, it was Billy Hawkins and Jacob Sylvester getting the nod. Here is Pacha in the traffic. Couldn't get it. Squires there for Barrington. Gets over to Cody. Wood. Here's a chance, and they score! For Trevor Snow, who's the hero on Friday night. With 2 goals in the 3rd period, puts Barrington on the board first here in the play-in game. With his 7th goal of the year. His 3rd in the last period, hitting back the game against Mount, but he scored 2 in the last 7 minutes of that one. Got Barrington on the board first, squeezing that by Bradley. It's got to feel good for the hometown Eagles. Here's Almeida trying to get by. Barrington trying to make some noise again. As he gets it back here, Drake Almeida, he's got Watts with him. Wood gets around. And it's Watts getting hit hard along the boards. Hawkins there for Smithfield. Now some numbers for the Sentinels. Mercurio gets it back. What a pass to Goff inside to Hawkins there. As Hayes got his stick there to poke it away. Here's a ripper to double back into the zone by James Sylvester. But it goes back to Barrington. Watts, nice pass up ahead to Hayes, and that one's saved by Bradley. So that one dumped into the zone. Vieira. Taken away by Watts at the blue line. Watts puts the one on net, and that one hits off the glove of Bradley and stays alive and back to Smithfield. It's Mercurio up ahead. Mercurio got it taken away. Nice stick from Cole Vieira. 3 seniors on play there. Saves in the offensive zone for Barrington. O'Connell in front of the net. It was a great chance they had the bodies there and Hayes and Vieira, but wasn't there. O'Connell trying to get it back at center ice, but taken away for a sec by Goff. And icing call against Smithfield. Barrington with 9:55 to go in this opening period. Almeida gonna dump that one. Pokes up in the air. And finds Sentinels. Here's a shot on net and a good save by Bruzy. Smithfield trying to get going. That was just their second shot on net today. Spinning around, it's Kupperman. Here's another shot, a laser beam. Won't go. Payne, the long rebound. Gets in there and gonna go off the wall. Sylvester's there, and now it's Almeida the direction. He's got Vieira with him. Almeida dumps it into the zone. He gets a nice rebound. One of the best two itself bounces you'll see, and that shot deflected. Second chance for Snow. He couldn't get his stick there first, as Groban had a shot as well that he could. Here's a shot. Groban in traffic and tripped up in front of the net. Was Tucker Squires for Barrington. No call. There was only I was having some severe audio difficulties. I'm back though as Tucker Squires put him on the board for Barrington. That's a power play now for Smithfield, as entering the box is Joe Carmona, the defenseman. So Smithfield trying to make this a 2-1 game, not even halfway through this first period. They already trailed by 2. This one in front of the net from Hawkins. Took a chance and almost had it. It's Mercurio. Hawkins. So back to Mercurio, the assist man on this team. Always sends his teammates up, and a good shot on net. Saved by Bruzy. Smithfield playing without their best defenseman, Chase Rinker, the senior defenseman, as he has recently broken his collarbone. Out for the season. A big blow for them. 1:15 on the power play now. Payne turns it over. Watts takes it away. Payne back in his own zone now with Undermetio on the sequence. That one saved on the shot taken from inside the blue line there. Tucker Squires, he committed 2 of the aforementioned 3 penalties we saw the entire game. First time these two teams met, but that time getting the goal put his team up 2. As Squires one of just 3 seniors on the squad. We see him on the lacrosse field as well, putting his team in great position. Chasing after it now is Thomas Hayden from behind the net. Goff trying to slice through. It's a chance, and right in front of the net, and he couldn't poke it in. It was an excellent opportunity for, I think it was Goff. And he just, too much on the pass. Found things on the power play. 7 ticks remain. For Smithfield tries to make this a 2-1 game. Won't happen, and Barrington with their first penalty kill of the game as Carmone comes out of the box unscathed, putting his team in bad position. Gorman takes it away. 3-on-1. Gorman wants it. Here's a chance. A shot won't go for Squires. Almost had his second. Squires gets it back. And not a good pass right there. A no-looker from Christian Vieira. Here's a shot from Hawkins. That got deflected. Another good chance trying to slice through. Couldn't do it. And this one on target. Saved by Bruzy. 5:42 to go in the opening period. Face off now. Another good shot on net, saved again. And this one going to go all the way down in the direction of Bradley for an icing call against the Eagles. Bradley has started every single game for Smithfield this year. The sophomore with an 89.5 save percentage, allowing 3 goals a game. 2 already in the opening moments of this first period. As Goff trying to keep it alive for Smithfield. This one poked from behind the net, and now the other direction now, and it's Connor Hayes. Chase Watts, the 3-on-3. Here's a nice pass, a shot, a little bit wide for Kelsey. Second chance. Big hit along the boards, and Smithfield takes it away again. It's McConaughey now with some space to run. McConaughey got taken away by Hall. And Hayes going to poke that one over to Kelsey. He's repossessing his Barrington now. Trying to fight through traffic. This one goes up in the air and finds Connor Hayes. Hayes, he lost the puck. Payne takes it away. One of the best defensemen on this Smithfield team, who scored in the first time between these two squads. from the blue line. It was a cheeky goal. This one into traffic, take it away. Here's a great chance to make it a one-goal game, and it was the combination of Jacob Sylvester and McConaughey who could not hold on to the puck. McConaughey gets it back on the near side for Smithfield. Going to dump that one in the zone. And Patra not there for Smithfield. Instead, it was Jacob Hopkins going to flip that one into traffic. Smithfield sees themselves down 2 scores. Just under 4 minutes to go. Hopkins trying to get that one in there. Gets it back now. Nothing in the offensive zone all night for Smithfield as it's James Sylvester, the all-star, going to put that one back in, or try to at least, but Hayes takes it away. And too much on the pass looking for Cole Vieira. Icing call against Barrington as a result. With 3:37 to go, this game brought to you by our great sponsors once again, by the Precision Home Lending at ddphl.com, by the LaPointe Insurance Agency serving New England at lapointeins.com, by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, great guy, even better lawyer, give him a call if you're in trouble with the law, by Remax the Alba Group, and by RR Lead Recruits. Squires shot a little bit wide. Corbin the rebound. Our elite recruits are very own with access to over 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Be seen by signing up today. Trying to figure out what's going on here. It's going to be a penalty. No, it's an injured player, excuse me. Tucker Squires slow coming off the ice. I heard the home crowd get a little bit quiet after that one. For a guy in Squires who made a 2-0 game. Holding his lower back a little bit. Hayes takes it away in the neutral zone. Here's Watts. Trying to get around Chase Watts, the leading scorer on this team, up in the air to Kelsey. No ice lick is called. This one deflected by a Sentinel in Nate Goff, and Wood is chasing back after it for Smithfield. Kelsey tries to dump that one in there, and Hayes chasing after it. He will not get there before Thomas Hayden. Still alive for Connor Hayes. Off the wall, Almeida trying to make a nice move. Almeida whiffs on the shot. Goff in pursuit. This one pinballs over to Wood. He wants it on net. Looks like a chance for Kelsey. That one deflected off of Sentinel, and now Smithfield trying to create some offense. That's Billy Hawkins the other way. Hawkins are trying to get around Wood. Stops on a dime. Here's a shot to Payne. On target, won't go. And sent away by Almeida. And Wood is there first. McConaughey trying to get after it as well. And he gets it for Smithfield until he lost it. Cam Hayes fighting for it. Smithfield stays repossessing. This one flipped up into the zone by Jacob Sylvester. Going backwards now is Smithfield. Final 90 seconds, or about 100 seconds to go in this opening period. Smithfield needs an answer soon if they want to have any chance to win this game, or make it a contest at least. Hayden, a lot of time on the clock left, but a first period goal would feel great right now for the visiting team, who, may I remind you, would have been hosting their play-in game matchup had Barrington not won in overtime against Mount St. Charles on Friday night, with the Henry Kelsey goal that came with a little bit of assistance from a Mount St. Charles defender heading off the back of his skate. Face-off won by Barrington. Corbin trying to get inside. Here's Squires, the shot. That one's saved by Bradley. Face off. Here's Barrington. Squires wants it. Hits off of a Sentinel. Smithfield the other direction now. This one is up in the air. Trying to clear it is Frank Lombardi. It's over his man. Along the far side boards. A fight for in the corner. Gorman pitching after it. He's going to hop over Sentinel. Now come out of the pile with it. It's Jacob Hopkins the other direction. Hopkins over to Pacha. Pacha on target. Got saved by Bruzy again. So having a great first period tonight. This one sent back into the offensive zone for Smithfield. And a trip right there. That is going to be a penalty against Smithfield. And Nate Goff displeased with himself after that one. Maybe one of the easiest calls you'll ever see, as he walks himself to the box with 29.7 seconds to go in this first period. Tough position now for the Sentinels, who are already down 2-0. Trying to give Barrington a great chance to go up 3 scores early on here tonight. A blatant trip there. Almeida. Wood. Got deflected. Hawkins trying to get there. Billy Hawkins going to fight for it. How bad does he want it? Be careful it's not a hooking or anything. 15 seconds to go in the period. Taken away at center ice by McConaughey. He flips it back into the offensive zone. We'll probably round out the first period. That was actually by James Sylvester, excuse me. And that will conclude period number 1. Barrington leads it 2-0 after the first 15 minutes. With goals from Tucker Squires and the hero on Friday night. I'm drawing a blank right now, excuse me. Trevor Snow, my apologies. All right, we'll be back in about 30 seconds, about a minute or so here on Fans Only Sports Network. You won't want to miss it.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher.
All right, second period starting right now. Barrington with 2 goals in the first. And now on the power play with 83 seconds to go on the sequence. Barrington trying to get it out of their own zone. It's Drake Almeida on the pursuit, trying to get into the slot. There's a chance, a great pass, and Chase Watts with the goal. What a feed from Almeida. And it's 3-0 Barrington. A power play goal. We saw Chase Watts score one of those the other night against the Mounties, and it was just a wide open look for him. At Smithfield, I believe, no, they're calling for time, but they're not. It's 3-0 Barrington. Just 15 and a half minutes into this one. Chase Watts with his team leading 13th goal of the year. As Barrington, 3 goal scorers, all different players. Matt Payne trying to get it out of the way, but your call first and commotion after the matter. As Squires taking a shot on the near side boards. This is playoff hockey in a nutshell right now, as we see a lot of chirping, long whistles. Let's see if anyone gets penalized for this. And they will. It's Matt Payne for the hit on Squires, going to the box for roughing, 2 minutes. And that is just a dumb penalty right there. Already trailing 3-0. And already allowing a power play goal a moment ago. Just not what you want to do if you're Smithfield right now. There's Watts over to Wood. Second power play for Barrington, and Wood shot gets saved by Bradley. Exactly 14 on the clock. Here from the Abbey is Matt Bradley, who has had a solid season starting every game. One of the few goalies in the state to say that here in Division I this year. Having a tough start to the game tonight. Here's a great look for Snow. Trying to get number 2. He couldn't do it. This Barrington power play offense looking pristine right now. Here's Gorman. Great pass to Watts. Inside, he had a man in Gorman. And Hayes was there as well. Couldn't get it to go. It's Wood now repossessing it. Watts gets around Pacha. Inside, Gorman lost the handle. As we're 40 seconds into the sequence, and Barrington just playing with Smithfield at this point in the game. Now a fresh line for the Sentinels. Wood. And Van Gordon off the walls. Trevor Snow. Hall. It's around the corner. Almeida too much on the pass, but gets it back anyways, and now on the move. Almeida leaves it. Kelsey wants it. That one's saved from Bradley. Lunging for that one. Hall. Almeida trying to find his point man in Kelsey. Defers it to Hall. He takes a shot. Deflected. Second chance poked away. Still 20 seconds remain on the power play. Almeida. It was Hayes trying to chase after it. Walks inside. Kelsey still alive. Won't go. Hall gets the long rebound. His shot off the back of a Sentinel. Final 5 seconds on the power play. And Smithfield, a much needed penalty kill, but still on the move now. Here is Hayes. That shot got deflected. It takes a shot afterwards from Mercurio. But Barrington keeping it in the offensive zone. This one pinballs all the way over to Almeida, and there's Hawkins there as well. This one slipped up to Hawkins and swatted down by Almeida. Hawkins wanted a high stick, but no call made. Numbers here. Here's Billy Hawkins. A chance to make it a 3-1 game, though. Second chance, Sylvester. Smithfield crowd thought it might have went in and sent away by Almeida. As it will pinball all the way down towards Bradley for an icing call. I don't see too many of those against Barrington today, but that one there, a needed icing as Smithfield was charging through the zone for one of the first few times today, to be quite frank. Unable to make any noise, but here's a chance in front of Dominic Bruzy with the face-off coming up in their offensive zone. Well, it's Barrington winning it and getting the puck back for a sec. Sent up by Dalton Denoy. He's going to chase after it. Denoy on his knees. Cannot get by Christian Vieira. Here is a shot. That one got deflected by Snow. Taken by Sylvester. And now it's Joe Carmone for Barrington and some extracurricular activities. We'll send a man to the box here. And once again, it was going to be a Barrington power play as Dominic Simonelli, the senior defenseman, going to the box Got a little bit too low right there, and Barrington with an extra man on the ice once again. For 3rd time this period, and we're only at the 11:04 mark. That they'll be on the power play. Basically, they've been on the power play the whole period. But it's Almeida. Wood gets it in there and a little bit wide. Hayes is there trying to get the rebound. Kelsey as well. Barrington's just dominated possession the whole time they've been on power plays today. As that one gets saved by Bradley. Here's a chance for Wood. That one saves. He's been very aggressive offensively tonight, taking those shots, especially on the power play. Hayes, that shot from a tough angle gets deflected and goes all the way back out to Wood. Kelsey couldn't get there, but now gets it back. Henry Kelsey leaves it for Watts. There's a great look for Almeida. Another good save. There's Payne trying to clear it out. He can't. Here's a good chance by Hayes and a great send-off by Billy Hawkins as we sit at 1 minute to go on the power play. Here's Watts. He's been on the power play team all night, and they need him. He's a great power play scorer, including the last goal for Barrington. Wood back to Almeida. Working around, finding Watts off the board. Gets around the corner. Chase Watts. Here's a chance for Kelsey. And second chance. Bradley on top of it. Wood couldn't poke it in. A little shove after the fact, but Bradley's hanging in big on the last power play and the first minute 21 of this one as well. New lineup coming in on the power play for Barrington. Got Gorman, Cameron Hayes, Trevor Snow, and Almeida along with Wood. Taking some pivotal guys out. Here's Snow trying to get it over to Gorman, but got poked away by Hopkins, who's off and running now. Jacob Hopkins, he couldn't get it, but offsides against Smithfield first. As they were trying to get it up to Hopkins, but he was not on with 27 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Gorman. Maybe the last real possession of the sequence for the Eagles, but this one dumped away back into the Smithfield zone. And for the second straight time, it looks like the Sentinels will survive a power play. And they officially do, as Simonelli comes out of the box. And now there's a 3-on-1. Great look here is Watts. And Bradley makes a good save. Kelsey's there as well. And that was a blown chance to make it a 4-0 game as Barrington had a 3-on-1 just right after the power play ended. Got a little bit timid, I think, passing that puck up to Watts. Would have easily been a 4-0 contest if it was a second earlier. So face-off here coming up in the Barrington offensive zone. Then Gordon going to send it off the wall, trying to find McConaughey, but taken away, ripped away by Eric Hall. Barrington's all over the puck all night. Hayes has it in there, and that one's saved by Bradley. Back to Carmone. Hall. Vieira couldn't get the rebound. Connie's there for Smithfield. Now gets it back on the move up ahead to Jacob Sylvester. Trying to leave it. Van Gordon come out of nowhere, puts a shot on net. Second opportunity and a score. Sentinels on the board. And a cheeky little rebound right there for the freshman Jacob Sylvester to make it a 3-1 game. So Smithfield, don't go away yet, Barrington fans. This team is back in it. We had a very back and forth game last time these two teams met, including a couple of 2-goal leads from Barrington, in which Smithfield could climb back into it on several occasions. Let's see if they can do it right now. And a must-needed goal, very momentous for the Sentinels, the road team tonight, trying to have a first-round date with Bishop Hendricken. Here's Snow. Puts it in the zone, trying to get by the other Sylvester, James. Squires lays a hit from behind. Loose puck. It's found by Smithfield for a second. These Barrington boys just hitting hard right now. So are the Smithfield guys. Here's a shot. Sick on the ice. It was lost by Dominic Bellini. Now Almeida takes away. What a move from Drake Almeida. Puts one on net. Another good save from Bradley. A little bit of highlight reel play for Almeida. Kelsey had a chance there, but no one home for Barrington. Now the other way. Coming with it, it is James Sylvester on net. Could not dump it in there effectively as Bruzy makes the save as we are past the midpoint of this game. 7:17 to go in this second period. Smithfield with a great answer a moment ago after 3 goals in the game's first 16 minutes for the Eagles. Face-off, finds Van Gordon, puts it on net. Second chance for Goff. He couldn't tap it in. Flying after it is Hawkins. But first there is Henry Kelsey for Barrington. Nice backhanded pass, but offsides. Couldn't time it properly with Connor Hayes, and to the displeasure of Barrington fans, it's the right call. As we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Van Gordon had nice pass to Billy Hawkins. Goff. Hawkins trying to leave it in there, and Bruzy gets on top of it nicely. For any Smithfield player can get in front of the net to try to tap it in. Similar to their last goal. But another faceoff coming up in the Barrington zone. So let's see if Smithfield can win this faceoff, get a nice shot on net, as they are sort of find their rhythm here in the second period. Kelsey gets it right back to James Sylvester. He gets it back here. Barrington with the puck. Watts dumps into the zone. Kelsey's there. Hayes is as well, but a lot of black jerseys following it. But Connor Hayes comes out of the pile with it. Here's Hall. Back to Hayes. Nice move, Connor Hayes. Watts trying to deke. Hayes a shot and a score! As Connor Hayes taps in the goal. Top shelf. And gets this lead back up to 3. The rhythm from Hayes to Watts, back to Hayes. Makes it a 4-1 game. Snuck it over the top of Matt Bradley, and Barrington back in the position where they want to be. Smithfield, they got to get answered after that, as they answered the previous 3-goal lead. Let's see if they can do it again right here. Big shot to launch the boards. Connie trying to get it out of his own end. Pacha trying to lay a hit as well, but Almeida's going to get the puck for Barrington. A little bit of a high stick from Vieira. No call is it's going to find Bradley to prevent the icing as well. This game brought to you by our great sponsors, brought to you by Precision Home Lending at ddphl.com. Go to the website to find out some more information, by the LaPointe Insurance Agency serving New England at lapointeins.com. By Joseph Lammy, attorney at law. Great guy. Give him a call at josephlammy.com and at 696 Reservoir Ave in Cranston, Rhode Island. By Remax, the Olive Group, call him at 401-636-1140. And by our very own our elite recruits. Here's a shot, and that's too tall, but our elite recruits with access to over 60,000 coaches across 3,000 schools. We see must sign up today if you are a high school athlete looking to be seen at the next level. Gorman, long pass, finds a man in Squires, makes a move. Squires trying to get to the slide. Here's a chance, second opportunity, and a score for Trevor Snow. His second on the night, and the home fans are loving that one. Set up by an excellent Tucker Squires Deacon pass to get Barrington with their largest lead of the game. It's a 4-goal contest with 5 and change to go in the second period. Barrington just cruising, 2 goals the last couple of minutes. Van Gorge trying to get out of harm's way. Here's Kelsey, almost at it again for Connor Hayes, who just scored the 4th goal. In the other direction, it's Jacob Sylvester, the lone goal scorer for Smithfield. Couldn't get that one to go. Watts trying to get through, puts in the zone. Payne is there first for Smithfield. Van Gordon in the corner. Hayes off. Here's a shot on net for Watts. Like a chance for Kelsey. Won't go and sent away by Smithfield. Oh, that was close to the 6th goal of the game for Barrington. Back in the offensive zone for the Eagles, though. Goff. And offsides against Smithfield. 4:11 to go here in the second period. This has been an onslaught after it was just a 3-0 game. For a 3-1 game. Back-to-back goals by Barrington. But it really has been close all game for the Sentinels. I mean, they just came out flat so far here in this one. So a lot of hockey to go. 19 minutes of game time remaining here tonight. Here's Goff. With a great move. Goff gets a shot off. Mercurian out there for the rebound. Drake Almeida is, though. As this is a Smithfield team that scored only 36 goals all year. Just over 2 a game. Struggling to find anything tonight. Trevor Snow. Well, they've been known for their defense. Holding us out 2 goals and a couple opportunities as Bradley makes the save there with his left hand. 3:28 on the clock. But Barrington, 18 and change from setting up a first-round date with Bishop, Hendrick, and Hawks, the defending champions. So hits off the skate of the official. Try getting out of the way. And Sylvester couldn't get it through. A convoy of yellow jerseys. Now another official falling down on the ice. Right in front of me. I don't think we got it on our cameras, but Stops the clock, 3:08 to go. I think it was another offsides. That's Barrington that time. So face-off coming up in the neutral zone once again. Three minutes exactly on the clock. Hayes ups it into the zone off the face-off. Here's a shot from Almeida. That one's saved. Another referee falling down there as running into him was John O'Connell for Barrington. Now Van Gordon in the direction, trying to dump it to himself. Gets around the edge of Almeida. Van Gordon couldn't get there. O'Connell flips it back. This ice, I mean, they got to get the Zamboni out soon. Everyone's just eating it right now. So O'Connell catches it in midair, has a good chance. O'Connell puts it on net. Wasn't there. As it got deflected by a sentinel. Almeida. Kind of a rat play right there. I mean, just catching it up in the air and getting a fast break for himself. As Wood trying to get to Cole Vieira up there. Unable to do so. As it was off his stick hard, Goff will get it back for Smithfield. McConaughey, seeing where to go, lost the puck. Kelsey takes it away. Kelsey, nice pass. This Barrington passing has been pristine today. A 4-on-3 now for the Eagles. Here's a shot on net from Watts and saved by Bradley. As Trevor Snow with 2 goals tonight, Chase Watts with 1, Connor Hayes with 1, and Tucker Squires with 1 as well. For a Barrington team that has just been moving the puck around great all night. Here's a shot from Hall. That one's off the skate of an Eagle. Kelsey, he couldn't get there. Mercurio does for Smithfield. 100 ticks till Mr. Zamboni comes out. Here's Hayden on the pursuit. Hayden taps it up in the air. Goff. Here's a shot, and that's a little bit wide for James Sylvester. Pinball's over to Chase Watts as no bodies were home for the Sentinels. Hawkins, he lost it. Trying to take it away. That shot by Kelsey is bad up in the air off the save from Bradley into the netting. Stops the clock with a $1:10 to go. And what has been a nightmare second period for Smithfield. They're sure they got on the board, but allowing 3 in the frame, not so good. Minutes ago in the second period, excuse me. And fighting after it, trying to get there first was Jacob Boudreau. He wasn't able to for Smithfield. It's going to go all the way back to Christian Vieira. A couple of Vieira boys on this team, both seniors, Christian and Cole. Here's a shot. That got deflected as Hopkins had a great chance. Good stick right there from Christian Vieira. Hopkins back to Van Gordon. His shot won't go. No bodies in front of the net for Smithfield. And Snow trying to outpace Van Gordon. He does, but gets it right back to a swarm of black jerseys. And will not be an icing call. Mina gets there for Barrington. They're going to let these last 10 seconds play out. And that one go back to Bradley. Leaves it. It's Sylvester trying to wind out the clock, and that will conclude what has been a tough 30 minutes for Smithfield, but Barrington cruising right now, up 5-1 after the first 2 periods. Home crowd is loving it right now. I guess a Smithfield penalty at the end of the second period. I missed it trying to change the graphic, but Sylvester getting home for the penalty at the buzzer. So we come back, power play for Barrington trying to extend this 5-1 lead as Mr. Zamboni trying to clear up this ice, not let anyone else fall down and eat some snow. So we'll be right back for the final 15 on Fans Only Sports Network. You don't want to miss it as Barrington trying to secure their trip to the Thayer Arena for a 3-game series with Bishop Hendricken this weekend.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
shot! Off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, Throws it back in the end zone. Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In, and oh, the ball's loose! He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
All right, 15 minutes resetting on this clock. Barrington in control, up 5-1 with a power play right now, following the literal buzzer-beating penalty at the end of the second committed by James Sylvester, the all-star for Smithfield. I mean, this has been tough sledding all night for the Sentinels, but Barrington trying to close them out with 15 minutes remaining until they will have a date with Bishop Hendrick in the first round. Here we go, as we are underway. Barrington trying to get out of their own zone, as they have just been dominating. It's Drake Almeida slicing through. Almeida puts one on net. That one, I just talked to Drake Almeida's parents at the intermission. Told me he used to be a goalie. Getting some great minutes this year. He's been a pivotal part of this team. With 12 points on the season, 4 goals, 8 assists. He had 2 of them in a Friday night victory against Mount St. Charles, where they could not be today. Without it, here's the second chance for Hayes on the shot taken by Wood, but it was saved by Bradley. 30 seconds into the power play. There's Almeida over to Wood. Moving around, good chance for Almeida on the other side. Couldn't get his stick on that puck. Gets it back to Hayes. Connor Hayes, a shot, won't go, and good rebound, but no one home for Barrington. The other way now, it's Matt Payne on the move. Payne, the senior, trying to avoid this being his last high school hockey game. Smithfield, they allowed 3 power plays in the period to Barrington. Barrington scored on the first one. Here's a shot from Kelsey, a little bit wide. Long board belonging to Payne until he couldn't chase after it. Wood instead got that one deflected by Mercurio. Hawkins trying to get there for Smithfield. Bodies flying. Almeida will get the puck behind Bruzy. Bruzy gets around the corner. Sorry, Almeida gets around the corner. Gets it to Watts. Watts deflected off the back of Lombardi. Here's Almeida. Back to Connor Hayes inside. Watts couldn't tap it home. Saved by Bradley again with 15 seconds to go on the sequence. Hall. Carmone, his shot got deflected. Gorman finds it. Squires back to Gorman from a tough angle. He scores! Adam Gorman with his 4th goal of the year. It's the 6th on the board for Barrington, and the Eagles with a half dozen on Smithfield here at home. And that, if it wasn't already put away, that might have officially done it right there for the Eagles. As Squires gets the assist, Corbin gets the goal. Face off, Squires going to put that one into the zone, but it's only got to find Lombardi and some black jerseys. And icing call first of the period. That one against Smithfield. Here's the shot. That one saved by Bradley as Hall gets the save, or Carmone. Someone taking the shot, excuse me. Another icing against Smithfield again. Been a lot of those today for Smithfield. And Hawkins trying to get there. Hall will dump it into the zone for Barrington. Another icing, this one against the Eagles, as that's 3 in a row right there. And we'll flip positioning onto the other side of the ice. The Smithfield trying to get a feel-good goal. Maybe forget about the comeback now. They're going to need 5 in the next 12 and a half minutes. We've seen crazier things. I won't lie about that one. Here's a shot, and it finds the top right corner of the net for Frank Lombardi. And Bruzy didn't even see it coming, so it's 6-2 now, and a crazy last minute of play resulting in a defensive player scoring in Frank Lombardi. The senior with what might be his last high school goal of his career. Getting one there. Watts got deflected. Kelsey inside, and a score. Another one for Connor Hayes, number 2. 2 goals, 8 seconds. Got Kelsey leading the pack. I don't know if Kelsey put it in first, but Hayes was the last one there, so I'll have to rewatch the tape there. Either way, it's a 7-2 game, and it's back up to a 5-goal contest. This is getting out of reach as Barrington right off the face-off, dominating. Kelsey's shot, that one saved again from Bradley, who's faced a lot of shots on net today. I mean, this is probably the most he's seen in quite a while. Barrington, this is a squad averaging 3 goals a game. Feeling good the last couple of contests against Mount and now Smithfield with 12 goals in the last 5 and change periods. They are cruising. Here is Hopkins on the other end. Jacob Hopkins' shot is too tall. Connell grabs the long rebound. It's Vieira putting into the zone. Hayes chasing after it. It's Cam Hayes. Fight for it along the far side boards. It's a chance for Cam Hayes. Tapped up in the air. Third chance. Hayes. Good look. Fourth chance. Not there. As Hayes takes a shot after the fact. A little bit exception to that one. So Barrington, 2 goals in the first 3.5 minutes of this period, including a power play goal. Now they possess it again. Hall's shot saved. Bradley gets it out of the way. Squires grabs the rebound. Nice dump off from Eric Hall. Snow putting it right back to the Sentinels. And now it's Billy Hawkins on the move. Hawkins around the corner. Sylvester wants it. He thought about it. Tries to get to the outside past Gorman. That's going to be kicked by Gorman back into the offensive zone for Barrington. Finds Hawkins. McConaughey trying to get there for Smithfield. Squires finds it. Connie gets it back. Makes a nice move. 3-on-2 for Smithfield. It's still going to chase back up to it. Prevent that. Eric Cole gets his stick in there. And been a lot of that today. Here's a shot from Van Gordon, a ripper from the blue line. It's actually Hawkins, excuse me. Here's a shot, too tall for Jacob Sylvester. Third try off the body. So, man, McConaughey took the shot there, and the other way now, trying to get there first is Cody Van Gordon, not before an icing is called against the Eagles. So 5 minutes into this final period, we've already seen 3 goals in the frame. This is a high-scoring affair, but a lot of it belonging to one team here tonight. Face-off taken by Smithfield. Here's Van Gordon. Shot saved by Bruzy. This game brought to you once again by our great sponsors, by Precision Home Lending at ddphl.com, by the LaPointe Insurance Agency at lapointeins.com. Serving New England. Check them out by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, at 696 Reservoir Ave in Cranston, Rhode Island. By Remax, the Aldo Group. Call them at 401-636-1140 for more information. And by our very own RR Elite Recruits with access to 38 NCAA sports and 6,000 coaches across 3,000 schools. If you're a high school athlete, we see the next level. We see by signing up today. McConaughey could not get the second chance, poked away, sitting on the other end by Barrington. It's another icing call against the Eagles to clear that one out. It's just over 9 minutes to go. Gorman trying to get up to himself. Ryan Clausen, who scored the first time these two teams met. I've not seen him a lot on the ice tonight. Clausen has a chance into traffic and taken away nicely by Dalton Denoyan, who has it for Smithfield. He gets a shot on net and a save by Bruzy. That shot actually taken by Dominic Simonelli. As Bruzy got his left hand up to make the save. A lot of shots in this final period. Might be Smithfield's last shots of the year, as they are facing elimination with a loss tonight. Sylvester off the wall. Hawkins trying to get around the corner. Hawkins leaves it. Here's a shot. And won't go. Flipped up in the air. It's off the back skate of Clausen at first. Finds Sylvester. Hall into traffic. Right, another icing call. So it's going to be back into the Barrington zone again. Here's a shot, deflected, stays alive. Kelsey going to get it back for Barrington. Watts has it at center ice. Chase Watts puts it in the zone. Kelsey gets it back for Barrington, as there was a juggle for it there between both sides. Kelsey, Hayes trying to help him out. Smithfield gets it back to Mercurio with it now. Nice play up to Goff. But Goff off his stick. He's been quiet tonight. He's been one of the best players Smithfield this year. 10 points on the year. That one got saved by Bruzies. Trying to get to the point, but it's going to slip over to Payne. Second chance for Mercurio. Kelsey pokes it away. Over halfway through this final period. Here on Fans Only Sports, Hopkins couldn't get a stick out for that one. Wood. Payne. Pacha. Hopkins fighting off Vieira to try to get it. Still a fight for it. And at center ice, it's a shot by Boudreau that gets saved, and stayed alive. Trying to milk this clock out is Bruzy and this Barrington squad. Van Gordon with their big shot at center ice. Pacha and O'Connell going after it. Oh man, they're going after that one. You know, the emotions for Dominic Pacha, the junior from Smithfield. Could be the last game of the year for the Sentinels, and most likely will be, obviously, at 7-2. Getting the best of his end of the box. And it'll be the 5th power play of the game for Barrington. Actually, no, my apologies. O'Connell went to the box as well. But it will only be Pacha as he delivered the initial blow. But should be some 5-on-5 hockey still with the fight between O'Connell and Pacha. So we see that sometimes, especially in these playoff matchups where the emotions are riding high. The season coming to a close for one of these two squads, and like I said, it will be 5-on-5 still. Take a little commercial break to sort everything out. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds. Never mind, it was happening right now. That was silly of me. I thought they were taking a timeout potentially, but no timeout. It's 2 guys in the box, 1 on each team. Still remains 5-on-5, and they might be in there for a while. No time on the clock. That shot gets saved for either the penalty. Second chance won't go. And now it is Trevor Snell on the near side. Simonelli getting there. Snow as well from behind the net. Difficult shot. Sickles up in the air. And a shot from behind. It was Trent Sen eating some ice. I think he was pushed down right there by Jackson Villani. Sophomore on sophomore crime, but no call was made. Let the boys play the last 5:52 of Smithfield season out. And now a timeout will be called. I believe it's by Smithfield. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 5:50 to go here in this one. It's a 7-2 game. Barrington in control.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
All right, back here, 5:50 to go in this game. Timeout taken by Smithfield, as they want to talk about their last plotting points of the year. You know, it's very retrospective, this loss for Smithfield. Hawkins gets a shot. That was a ripper right there. Smithfield repossesses, but, you know, if Barrington does not win in overtime against Mount on Friday night, you know, this is a game that Smithfield plays against East Greenwich instead at home. So, actually, they still would have been on the road. Would have been at the West Warwick Civic Center, but, you know, maybe a better foe for them. Here's a chance for Watts. The backhanded shot is wide. And Hawkins gets the puck on the other end now. Hawkins in pursuit. Mercurio spinning out of trouble. Watts comes out of the pile with it. Just over 5 minutes to go. He's got Hayes at center ice. It's Kelsey. And dump into the zone. A lot of good sophomores on this team. We got Kelsey, Watts, the Hayes brothers, and Trevor Snell. I mean, this is a team for Barrington that is poised to be a contender in Division I. Also Drake Almeida, Ryan Clausen, a lot of young talented players on the team, and Cody Wood, the defenseman as well. Can't forget about him. And the man in net tonight, Dominic Bruzy, all second-year high school players. So this Barrington team, I mean, this is a squad that beat LaSalle earlier this year. A team that only won 4 games all of last season, you know, with a bright future ahead. You know, this is a stepping stone for the program. This play-in win tonight. A lot of these boys' first sniffs of playoff success. That's Clausen. Nice play to get over to Cam Hayes. Puts in the zone. Trying to keep it alive is Barrington. Vieira flips it towards Bradley, and it's Sylvester getting it, and Bradley makes the save right there. And a shove afterwards. Clausen falling a little bit. Not quite sure it was a shove, more so just a little collision and maybe an embellishment. But under 4 to go. Game 1 between Barrington and Hendricken. We'll have that here on Fans Only Sports Network this Friday night from Thayer Ice Arena. Here's Hayes. Got saved by Bradley. I mean, we'll see what the schedule will do. Maybe give these guys an extra day of rest. Maybe have this series start Saturday. This first round playoff matchup or series for all these teams in the playoffs. Scheduled from March 3rd to the 6th. That's Friday to Monday, depending on how long the series go as well. Here's Hopkins. That shot got deflected by Carmone. Clausen puts it into the zone towards Bradley, who keeps it alive for Matt Payne and Smithfield. Smithfield, this was a good season for them. I mean, 5-9-2, not the best, but had some big wins, had some close games against LaSalle. I mean, lost one of them in overtime as well, but 5 wins. They were better last year, obviously losing a lot of good seniors from last year's team. But this is still, a stepping program. They have a lot of young players on the roster, a lot of sophomores, a ton of juniors who will be back next year, using this season as a learning experience as Almeida's shot hits off the wall. Still alive, and Snow was there. Almeida collects it. Gets it in there for his man in Sen, but it got deflected. Now Snow dumps it back into the zone. Chasing after it is Sen and Gorman. They can't get there. It's Smithfield first with some numbers now to move. It's Hawkins in pursuit. Mercurio with him. Hawkins around the corner and scores the goal. Billy Hawkins. Binned it. The all-star senior with what might be his final high school goal, putting on the Jets and punching one home with 2:35 to go here in this one. It's it to a 7-3 game. Little time remaining. Checking in on the Mount East Greenwich game. It's Mount leading it 1-0 in the second period right now. Might be over. That text was like 17 minutes ago, so it might be a different score now. I'm just getting that live-ish update. But the winner of that game between Mount East Greenwich, the 7-10 game from Adelard Ice Arena tonight, is going to play against LaSalle Academy in a series at the Smithfield Municipal Ice Rink. Watts takes it away. Watts gets hit along the board. Sylvester gave him the shot. Here's a chance for Hayes, and he gets dragged down. And some buys on the floor now. And, as most of these games end when it's looking like this, with stakes this high, there's some emotions getting the best of these players. So they won't penalize anybody for it, I don't believe. Oh, no, they did. They did, actually. Nah, they didn't. It's still a 5-5. That's from the fight earlier. My apologies. I got confused for a sec. Those bright yellow jerseys get in the box, get a little bit confused at times. Under 2 to go now. They get along to the boards as it was Carmone falling on his back. Van Gordon with it for Smithfield. He can't control it. Trying to fight off Chris Primatis for Barrington. Snow pokes it away. Nice play from Snow. Gets to the Primatis. And Gorman flips in the zone. And for Barrington, I mean, this has got to feel good. And they couldn't have asked for a better couple of games to get them ready and to get them, their confidence up before a first-round playoff series with the best team in the state in Bishop Hendricken. I mean, 5 goals against Mount, overtime victory now. Smithfield a great win here tonight as that shot was saved, taken by Villani. 45 seconds to go in this one. Then Gordon got deflected into a wall of traffic. And Gordon again, saved by Bruzy. 32.4 to go before we can give the Eagles their flowers for what has been a very impressive play-in victory tonight. As these guys came to play, absolutely. The last time these two teams met, it was 4-3. Smithfield on the road winning that game. I incorrectly said that Barrington actually led that game 2-0 as well, and Smithfield came back to win it 4-3. So, revenge game for the Eagles. As we're under the final 10 seconds, Hawkins, his last 10 as a high school hockey athlete, a big shot at center ice on Trent Sen, laid out by Simonelli, and that is just going to end it. 7-3 the score. As Barrington came to play at the Abbey today. 7 goals by 6 different goal scorers tonight. They'll move on for a first-round playoff series against Bishop Hendricken, the defending champs, trying to play spoiler at Thayer Arena later this weekend. As the Eagles fans and players are going to leave this one very happy. Smithfield, their season comes to a close here in Portsmouth this evening, and a long bus ride back to Providence County tonight for the Sentinels. It's got to sting a little bit, but from Tim Duffy and everyone else here at Fans Only Sports, our great cameraman Ethan Raposo as well next to me at the Abbey. It's Barrington winning it in dominant fashion. Some great teamwork, some beautiful offense, and an official clear path to the postseason. So, see you guys all next time. More playoff hockey coming tonight on Fans Only Sports Network. You can buy your single game passes on our website, and we'll have some playoff hockey this weekend for the first round matchup, our final hockey action of the season for high school, as we will not have the semifinal or championship games, but our first round games. Tune in to those, buy your single game passes at fansonlysports.com. But we'll see you guys all next time. And Barrington